Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're having good luck with your gardening and all of your projects. Without further ado, let's get to today's project. Now that I can walk around again. So, I didn't say anything about it, but I hurt my foot pretty good almost a month ago, so I've been out of action for nearly, 3.5 weeks, I guess. Rolled my ankle and pulled my Achilles tendon pretty good on one of these stinking rocks out here. Not specifically that one. No offense, buddy. You're just a rock, I know. But anyways, let's get back to what we're doing. So we've taken a lot of these I-beam structures off of the roof. I'm redoing this. I don't like this. I want to make it bigger and better and stronger. So we've been taking these chunks off the roof one at a time and cutting them down and removing all of these rectangular pieces and all these triangular pieces that are welded on. That way we're left with an I-beam. We got 2 done so far. It's a lot of grinding and cutting to get these guys. So there's 2 of them. This one needs a little bit more cleanup on it, but this will be useful in the new design for the roof. So basically, we went from just covering this area here to I want to cover both shipping containers also. So we're going to use the I-beams to go up like 7 feet on this end, and then the 4-inch angle iron to go down and then meet this covered area here, so that the metal roof will overlap this roof. So when it rains, the water comes down and we'll get a little bit more rainwater collection when it rains. And also we'll have both shipping containers completely covered from the sun, which doesn't matter with this one because it's insulated and it stays cool in the summertime even when it's really hot. But when it's done, we'll have a bunch of storage area on top of this. So we'll have a 40-foot section on top of that shipping container we can store items, and then probably a pretty short area on this side we could also store items, but maybe even build a spare bedroom up there. And the plan is to get up on the roof and build a floor. You can't see it here, but when you buy used shipping containers, they're all beat up on the inside, and sometimes the roof of these is, let's see if I can draw it in the air. It's shaped, instead of straight across like that, it goes up in the middle. And when you walk on it, it's kind of like a trampoline and you bounce around. So the plan is to build a wooden floor structure on that, so when you're walking on it, it doesn't bounce around and make a bunch of racket. And obviously we'll remove the whirlybirds, and we'll probably put those on Uncle Rich's container over here. And that will be part of a project for something way down the road. But that's my idea for the roof. We'll do I-beams vertically here and maybe every so often on this side as well for strength. Even though we won't be landing any helicopters on it, you might be able to. So we got the I-beams will be our vertical pieces, and then I'm going to use all this 4-inch angle iron for the surface on the roof itself, and then it'll be pretty easy to attach plywood and metal roofing on that. So these 4-inch angle irons will span the distance, and we'll put some ribs in between as well for extra strength, but I think we have just enough to do that, which will be it's going to be a long process just stripping these things down. I mean, I could probably do 2 a day. We're using battery powered tools right now. The batteries are all on the chargers, so once those are charged up again, we'll come back out and we'll strip this one down. I think it takes about, well, this one's got a little more on it than the normal ones, because this was the end of the trailer where the ball hitch would have been, or where the receiver would have been. And that's actually welded to the roof right there and turned into a cantilever for the storm shutter. So we'll wind up taking the rest of these down. We've got 3 more to go to remove. So once I'm done stripping that one down, we'll put the pallets on the forks there, and that gives us enough height to go underneath those guys while I'm cutting them off, and then I can strap them down and remove them and take them back down here on the floor and cut all the pieces off so that I'm left with the I-beams. And then we've got this nice U-channel. We'll be able to use this for some ribs or something. It looks like we got, let's see, there's 2 pieces there, and it looks like 2 more pieces down there. So there's one right there and one right there next to it. So we'll have those available as some ribs that will go in between the 4-inch angle iron on the roof. So we're trying to do this with recycled materials. So far we're doing pretty darn good. It just costs a little bit for some of the consumables, some of the welding equipment, the grinding discs. We haven't really used the chop saw very often on there. It has come in handy though. I did learn a neat trick. If you're cutting steel and you keep getting the blade pinched in between the steel, get some WD-40 and squirt it on there first, and it'll help a lot. That's what I've been using to cut those things off of the roof, because I welded the heck out of those things and never planned on taking them off. So there we go. We got my supervisor number 1, supervisor's assistant, and they are just hanging out and being dogs. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, pop those down below, give us a thumbs up, and as always, keep building and try to be good to each other. Some of us aren't here for very long, and a little bit of kindness will go a long way. So God bless you all, and peace. And I hope the weather is as beautiful where you are as it is here. There's not a cloud in sight. It's got to be 70 degrees.